for today's vlog, we are going to be reading books that I am currently in the middle of, and I just kind of want to wrap up my current reads so I can start books without feeling bad, because I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I have too many books that I'm currently in the middle of reading, I just feel so guilty reading other books because I'm starting to realize that I am very much a mood reader. Sometimes I start a book and I don't finish it, and I don't like that because then it's like a million books am I currently reading, especially on Goodreads, and I don't know. I don't like it. It bothers me. So we are going to be finishing up some of the books that I'm currently reading, especially since I will be traveling again soon. I will be going to LA for like this acting intensive that I signed up for with my current acting teacher. So super excited. Going to be going to that, visiting some friends, taking the intensive with some friends. So super excited. And I don't want to have this hanging around me while I am traveling. Some of these books might not be possible to finish just because two of them are fanfics. Yeah, two of them are fanfics, which sure, I could finish them, but like, I don't know. I just kind of want to savor it because like it's two of the popular fanfics out there. Like it's super popular. One is Manacled. They got me, okay? The Manacled side of TikTok got me. I was curious, so I downloaded it to my Kindle. Okay? Sue me. Whatever. I don't care. And then the other one is Draco Malfoy and the Mortifying Ordeal of Being in Love. To be quite honest with you, for this one, it was the bookbinding girlies that got me because the books were so cute, and I was like, the fanfic has to be good in order for that book to be super pretty. Not true. That statement is very much not true, but that was my line of thinking before I downloaded it on my Kindle. So here we are. I don't think I'm gonna read those and count those for this video. Also, there is another book that is a part of the St. Martin's Press boycott, so I am not gonna be reading that on this vlog as well. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books for me to finish in this vlog. I'm hoping to do it in like a day or two. I am a fast reader, so I am fairly confident I can get through at least like 3 of them today. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll turn into like a weekly reading vlog. We will see. But the first one, which is like the oldest one that has been on my currently reading list, is The Sea of Monsters, the graphic novel. I'm trying to get through all the Percy Jackson graphic novel series, so that is the second book. I am around like 75% of the way through, so that'll be pretty easy for me to get through. There's also Wildfire, which I have the library book right here. I'm around like 16% of the way through. I don't like it. No offense if you like this book, but personally for me, it is not for me. I didn't like Icebreaker, and I didn't think I would like this book either, but a lot of people said that they didn't like Icebreaker, but they liked Wildfire, so I thought that there was a potential, an opportunity for me to like this book, but no, I don't like it so far. Don't think I will like it, and I'm probably gonna DNF it. So that's already 2 books cleared, ready to go super fast. There's also The Swordcatcher, which I also borrowed from the library, and I am around like, I mean, according to Goodreads, I'm around like 45% of the way through. It has been a very slow paced book, but I genuinely don't mind it at all. It has been like no thoughts, all vibes sort of book, and I kind of like it. I feel like nowadays there's so many books out there that are like go, fast paced, or if they are slow paced, it's like dragging on to these like details that like I'm sure are important for the plot of the book, but they just don't like pique my interest at all. So I feel like this is a very good in between. Like we're getting a lot of information, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's building up, and the next few books are probably gonna like really pop off. This is, I believe, Cassandra Clare's first, I don't know if this is considered adult fantasy, but I think if it is considered her first adult fantasy, but it is her first book series outside of like the whole Shadow Hunter thing, which I've never read any of those. Well, that's a lie. I've read her first Shadow Hunter book. The first one that like is based on the book and everything. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The City of Bones, Immortal Instruments, something like that. I read that one, and I decided to not read the rest because I heard it's based on Ginny and Ron fanfic, and that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so I just never got around to finishing the rest. And also I just didn't grow up like reading these books, so I just have no affinity to like want to continue them because I don't have that power of nostalgia to really pull me back in. But for this, since it is outside of that universe, I'm happy to read it, so I'm excited to finish it. This is probably going to be the first book that I read in this vlog. vibe right now, so maybe I'll just like softly DNF it and come back to it later when I am in the mood. I don't know. We'll see how it goes in this video. And then the last one is Butcher and Blackbird, which is a serial killer romance. And I read the first 2 chapters last night, and I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Like, I know a lot of people like this book, but like some of the things that were said in the first 2 chapters, I was like, what the fuck is happening? What in the actual fuck is happening? So yeah, I mean, either way, I think Butcher and Blackbird and The Thieves Gambit are pretty easy reads, and they're like under 400 pages each, so it won't take me that long. But I just don't know if my current reading mood will want to read that, so maybe this will be faster than I thought if I soft DNF a lot of them. Who knows? We will see, but we are going to start off with Swordcatcher. Probably also read the Percy Jackson one after that as a palate cleanser, and then go from there. Should be interesting. I don't have too much going on today. I mean, I do. I always do. But it's nothing too crazy. I just have to get like house errands done, you know what I mean? Like cleaning a lot, cleaning a lot. I kind of let dishes go on too long, and I don't know about you guys. It's manageable when it's like a couple in there, but like after a certain amount, you're just like dreading it, and that's kind of what happened. So I have to get to that. I am traveling soon, so I do have to start packing and organizing and cleaning things, so I don't want to cry when I come back and it's a mess, you know? And then also I have to edit, which shouldn't take a long time. It's just I had to redo this edit, which is kind of annoying because I started it, something happened, and then by the time I went back to finish the edit, it said that it was corrupted, and I had to restart that edit. How annoying is that? It is what it is, I guess. And then I just have a few other like small things that I've been putting off that I need to do, so there is that. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it kind of is a lot. I feel like it's just those things that just take up a lot of time, so we're gonna do that. I might see if Swordcatcher has an audiobook on Libby or something like that, or Hoopla, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hoping it won't take forever and a day to get through all 6 of these books, 5 of these books, so I will update you guys later, but I'm just gonna get a few things done and then we'll start reading, so yeah. It's been a few days since I last updated you guys, I'm not gonna lie, and a lot has happened. So I ended up finishing Swordcatcher, which I really did enjoy. It's not like my favorite book, but I feel like, because I think she's planning on having this to be like a 5-part series, so I feel like by the time it's like the 3rd book, I'll probably be like super invested and like be like in love with all the characters, or like really rooting for certain characters and whatnot, because I already am kind of rooting for certain characters, but it's only been 1 book, you know what I mean? So I feel like the story is just unfolding now, so that's why like I like it. It's a good intro, but it's not like my favorite book ever. I am very intrigued by the world, but I'm not quite obsessed yet. I think it will take me like a book or 2 to like further in to get there, so we'll see how that goes. I also ended up finishing Sea of Monsters, which I think I already said in a clip, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I ended up finishing it in between like my reads of the Swordcatchers. So like I suspected, I also DNF'd Wildfire, which I mean, I got like 5 or 6 chapters in. Like I got to the point where like they ended up hooking up with each other, and then they are at the camp, and then they realize that they saw each other, and I feel like at that moment that's when I should have been hooked. But like it was at that moment I was like, I literally don't care about these characters at all. I'm not invested 1 bit, so oh my god, my eyes. And for that reason, I DNF'd it. Because why am I gonna read a romance where I don't care about any of the characters? I don't even like Aurora. Like Aurora was kind of unlikable to me, in my opinion. Russ was fine, I guess, but like even he was kind of whatever. And I don't know, there's just too many characters. Like I don't care about Stassi and like the rest of the people. Like I get it, she's trying to reference back to Icebreaker and like reveal future couples and whatever, but like I genuinely do not care about them. And I feel like from what I read so far, like the first 6 chapters, literally it's like mostly the friends, and I'm like, I don't care. I especially don't care because like they're not likable characters either. So sorry, not sorry. I also DNF Butcher and Blackbird. I'm sorry. Like the thing with Butcher and Blackbird that like kind of wasn't really my vibe is that it was kind of like too campy. Hold on, I have to take my contacts out because literally my eyes are hurting me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I feel like you guys have never seen me in my glasses. And honestly, this might be the one and only time. Only because my eyes are truly killing me right now. But I need to finish this update so I don't forget my thoughts. But I did DNF Butcher and Blackbird. I know everybody loves this book. Truly, I know. It's been so hyped up. But like something about it was just like not for me. I don't know what it was, but like it just read so camp. And like I love camp. Like camp is like one of my favorite things, especially if it's done right. But it just felt like it wasn't camp on purpose, and I just didn't like that. Like it just felt so unserious. I wasn't rooting for any of them. I get that the shock factor and like the intriguing part of all this is the fact that they're serial killers, but the fact that we're in their minds and we get to see like they truly like are a little, I don't want to use this word. I know the author is trying to justify them killing people because they're killing bad people, but at the same time, people who kill people, even if they're bad people, still like psychologically are just a little like off-putting to me, like a little jarring, because like it's not even like they're just killing them and then that's it, but like they're killing them in a way that's like kind of like meticulous and like kind of a little sick in my opinion. So like I don't know, maybe that's just why it didn't vibe with me. Like it felt like if You, the show, was camp. No. It kind of felt like if You, the show, had like Riverdale writers and it was a little unhinged, and I don't like that and it wasn't for me. But if you like the book and it gets better at the end, because I only got like 16% of the way through. So if you really like the book and you want to vouch for it and you really think I should read it, like let me know. I can be swayed for this book. I don't know. Something about it was just like not it for me, and I don't get the hype. I mean, to be fair though, like I'm not really like a true crime girly. Like I don't really like true crime stuff. Like I don't really like murder mysteries. Like that's like not my vibe at all. Like I genuinely enjoy like fantasy, sci-fi, literally anything that's not real life, or if it's real life, it has to have like mystical elements to it. Or if it's like gonna go into romance, like I really like fluffy romances. I really like angsty romances. I feel like Butcher and Blackbird encompasses none of that, so maybe it was my fault for thinking that I would like it. I don't even know what to tell you guys. Truly, I don't even know. There is one more book in this challenge. I'm hoping to finish this by today, tomorrow, because I do have to finish a library book before I leave on this trip. But it's The Thieves' Gambit. So that's going to be the last and final book in this vlog. It seems like it's going to read pretty quickly, so I think I will be able to finish it by today or tomorrow. We'll see how it goes though, but I think I said this before, but I think it's a YA. If not, it reads like a YA, and there's nothing wrong with YA, but I just have not been in a YA mood, so we'll see how that goes. Whether or not I'll DNF it, honestly, I really hope I don't DNF it. I don't enjoy DNFing books, but I'm not scared to DNF books anymore. Because I used to be very, like, reluctant to DNF books. Like, I used to be the type of person that would just kind of bear through it despite it being really bad. But the problem with that is that most times when I did do that, it would put me in a reading slump, and I really don't want a reading slump. I really want to just power through and avoid any reading slumps, because there are just too many books to have reading slumps like that. Like, to self-impose a reading slump like that because I didn't DNF a book, we don't got time for that. We really don't. Especially since I am traveling soon, so I really would like to read a bunch of books while I am traveling, so I would like to enjoy that if I can. So yeah, we are gonna read Thieves' Gambit. We'll see if I DNF it. We'll see if I finish it. We'll see how it goes. Hey, how y'all doing? It's been a while. It's actually been 3 weeks. Well, technically like 2 weeks since I last updated you guys on this video. To be honest, I kind of forgot that I recorded this video. But here we are. The last book that I was supposed to read was Thieves' Gambit, and my child. But I don't know if you guys could have guessed it, but I did DNF it. I did. It was reading a bit too YA for me, if I'm being very honest with you guys. Like I said, there's nothing wrong. Do you want to go down? Mwah! Anyways, like I said in the clip before, it did read YA, and there's nothing wrong with YA. Like, truly, there's nothing wrong with YA. I do still enjoy YA books, but I'm not really in a big YA mood. And for that reason, I just was not feeling it because it was reading very, very, very YA. It wasn't even like mature YA. It was like YA, like YA to the core, and I just couldn't do it. Maybe it was just me, but like it was just so unbelievable. Like that's just how YA it was. And that kind of stuff kind of bothers me when I'm reading stuff like that. Like the whole point of this plot was that this girl ends up like getting invited to this heist competition because of like her skill set being like a thief with her mom, and like she needs the money to get her mom and whatever. And that was like the whole starting premise of it. Again, I didn't get very far into this book because I DNF'd it pretty early on, but like tell me why. Like I don't know, like in my brain it just like doesn't make sense that someone that young is like that masterful of a thief and they're getting invited to a whole competition for it. I'm pretty sure they're like literally 16 years old, but you're telling me a 16-year-old is getting invited to that. And not only is she getting invited to that, but she like actually lives a life of thievery with her mom that doesn't even really appreciates her like that. Like I don't know, guys. I'm sure there are people that live this life and are young and have done it at a young age, but the writing of this book just didn't make it seem very believable. So like I just could not do it, and it just felt like very much like YA, like Wattpad and whatever. And like no hate to the Wattpad. Like I'm not trying to disrespect this author, and I'm not trying to disrespect Wattpad authors. I'm not. I used to read Wattpad a good amount, okay? I'm not afraid to admit that. And there are some good stuff on Wattpad, okay? But I just couldn't do it. Like I just simply could not do it, and that was that. I'm pretty sure I only got like 20% of the way through, and I was like, enough is enough. I cannot do it, so I DNF'd it. And I did that for my own mental clarity, my mental health, especially before a big trip like that, because I was gone for 2 weeks and now I'm back. And I think that was for the better. Am I still kind of in a reading slump? I sure am. But you know what? I was able to get through all the books that I ended up being in the middle of. And I think that's an accomplishment in itself. So with that being said, that is the end of this video. Technically, I have officially read through all of the books that I was in the middle of when I first started this video. I have since then added more books to the current reading list that I have. But that's just the life of a reader, okay? We are always going to be reading something. If you're a reader, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this, it's just the inevitable. We're always going to have a running list, and that's that. I'm just hoping that I will be able to honor my mood reading and just read books that I genuinely want to read. So with that being said, let me know if you guys have read any of the books that I have read, if you like them, especially the ones that I DNF. Like if you have a case for it, if you think that I would actually like it, I just need to move forward, let me know. I'm very open to reading more of it. It's just that it didn't seem very promising. But if the leaf turns in the middle of it and it does get better, I will be very open to it. I will do it. I will do it for the plot. But let me know if you guys liked any of them, which ones are your favorites. What are books that you are currently reading? I would love to know. I feel like everybody's reading list is so different, so let me know what you are excited to read, what you are struggling to get through. We can talk about it in the comments. We could discuss it there. We could chat all about it. But that's it for now, guys. I will see you guys later, and yeah, that's it. Bye!